Hey guys, technology with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to show you a couple ways to check if your iPhone is being tracked by someone. So let's get started. So when it comes to figuring out if someone is tracking your iPhone, it isn't really straightforward, but you want to follow these checking mechanism or signs to see if it could potentially be tracking by someone else. So first thing you want to do is go into your setting of your iPhone, and once you go into setting of your iPhone, simply go to general and then iPhone storage, and under iPhone storage list all the install application on your iPhone. Now you may be wondering why you want to look at that. So you want to go ahead and review and make sure that you see all the application that you're familiar with it and you download it for a specific reason. Now let's say you see an application that you don't recognize that maybe someone installed or could potentially be tracking you using that app. So what you want to do is click on that app and go ahead and delete the app that you don't recognize. And it's important to do that because all the apps installed, even if it's hidden on your iPhone, will show up on this iPhone storage page. So it's important to just go through this list and just figure out if app that you don't recognize is installed and removing it. Now the next thing you want to do after checking this list is go back to your main screen on your iPhone, and then you're going to look for Find My App. Open up Find My App, and after that you're going to go ahead and click on under the tab here for the page for people, and you want to see if you're sharing your location with anyone. So if someone is showing up here, that means you may be sharing your location with them and they can track you or see you wherever you're moving around. So if you don't want someone to see it, just simply remove them from this list here that shows up, and this kind of shows you who could be looking, and you might have shared a location in the past and you never stop sharing it and they still see your location. So you want to review this list as well. Now moving on to the next thing you want to review is under your setting of your iPhone. This time we're going to go to privacy and security, and you're going to click on location services and take a look at applications here that list that are able to see your location so they can track you. So you're going to look for any application again that you don't recognize, and if they don't need to be sharing your location, you can turn it off. So if let's say you have a application, right, you see here, so you're just going to pick this as an example, you can turn it off. That way that application can't track you. Again, this comes back to the very first tip where you don't want any application that you don't recognize using your location while you're using it, or sometimes they might be selected or it's always using the app, which means they can see the location all the time. So you want to select never as well. Now moving on to the next way to check if someone possibly could be tracking you is looking at the indicators on your phone for a specific light. Let's turn on camera. When you turn on the camera, you see there's a green dot that's up top here that's showing. That means our camera is being used at the moment. Let's say you don't have the camera app open, it's closed, right? And all the other apps are closed, but you see that green dot and it's still on after you close out all the apps. That means there's something going on, that someone could be looking at your camera, and you need to kind of go through the app to make sure that there isn't a app that's using your camera. You can do that by going to your setting of your iPhone, and then after that look for the option for, let's go ahead and security and privacy, and then we want to look at camera and review any apps that have access to your camera besides the camera app itself. If it does, simply turn it off. Now moving on to the next tip you want to show is let's show you something about if your phone is listening. So let's go ahead and open up. As you can see, when I'm recording something, right, the microphone is listening. There's an orange dot, right? Now let's say we stop recording and closed out this app, but you see that orange dot. That means something could be listening to your iPhone. So you want to again review the list of application by going to your setting, and then from the general setting here we're going to go to privacy and security, and this time we're going to go look for microphone and look for any apps that you don't recognize using your microphone besides that app, like the voice memo app that we opened up. And if you don't see anything, that means that's good. But again, if you see the green or orange, it's an indicator that someone could be listening or watching through your camera. And those are the tips that we're going to show you now. Another thing to consider that potentially could mean your phone is being tracked is if you're noticing performance issue or any sort of battery drain, high battery drain. So in your setting of your iPhone, if you click on battery, you can actually look at your battery percentage. So generally battery should just slowly go down if you're not gaming or doing something crazy and you're just using it like normal. But in a case where you see a big decline in the battery level throughout the day, all of a sudden you see drops or usage time where it shows up at different times where you don't use your phone, could indicate that someone potentially could be tracking it because they're somehow able to access your phone and able to see that. Now, in a case that you do end up seeing that someone possibly is tracking, things to do is you can go ahead and change your Apple ID password. You can also go ahead and back up your device and do a factory reset. All these other tips which you can find in our channel for another video where we explain that process as well. So I hope this video was helpful. If so, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.